It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bengals and the Panthers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Looking to throw, Young. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. You talk about this Bengals defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their 5th-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. This is Brown going up the middle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 9 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The Bengals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. In motion, the tight end. And they go play action now. Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Brown. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now Young. And the catch made by Johnson. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 5 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
They go play action. Young looking deep downfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here, as they've got it as we resume action. Burrow will throw. That's caught by the... And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Up the middle they go. Brooks looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 10. Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. In motion left, that's Thielen. Throwing, Young. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
The tight end in motion right. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Moss. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Set. Go. Set.
Now here's Young. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play. They'll send one of those two tight ends in motion. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To throw, Young. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. They go play action with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Burrow. This pass, and it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And Burrow going to throw again. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here is Young. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Young to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work.
Touchdown, Carolina! Deontay Johnson, 47 yards. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jamar Chase over to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. A touchdown run for Najee Harris. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The man wearing number 18, Kirk Cousins, with 2 touchdown passes for his new squad. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Matthew Stafford has thrown a touchdown pass. We saw a strong first half out of the Alabama man and former #1 selection, Bryce Young. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They defer to Brown to start the drive. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. An inside give, Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Here we go. Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He's given him a little jolt. Just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Brooks. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Young will set to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They run the counter. It's Brooks, and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Brooks, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw, Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2. On
3rd down, it's Brooks. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
We're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Derek Brown, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown! T. Higgins. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set, ready.
Young now. There's a short one caught by Uzama. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
They run the counter. It's Brooks. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. Powering forward.
Wrap up.
Still moving. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Big time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Third down and goal to go.
Ready.
Young. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the fourth as the kick's away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. That is caught. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw, Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's second down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Third down, here's Brown. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Cincinnati, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.